So the Switch 2 is on clearance already. Can you imagine that? This is at Sam's Club. You can get a Switch 2 at some Sam's Club locations for under $400. And that's with the Mario Kart bundle. That's like over $100 off. What's going on here? What is going on here? The Switch 2 hasn't even been out for a year, and already they're clearing it out. So let's talk about this, because there's some discussion that maybe Nintendo is willing to take a beating on the console price to sell more units, because the Switch 2 is not doing as hot as they thought it was going to, right? So this is coming from Wario64, and I've seen a lot of discussions like this, that the Switch 2 does not seem to be doing as well in the US as they were hoping, including Nintendo admitting that's the case. So Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle, $374.91 in select Sam's Club locations at clearance, $124 off. People were saying, great deal. If anything, it's good. You can find the system constantly just sitting on shelves. People assumed it would be hard to come by. Yes, we didn't get one right away because I'm like, I know they aren't going to have any really good games, must-have games at first. We can wait a year or so and buy one. And they were just sitting on the Walmart shelves. Nobody cared. It's not just the overpriced system. Duxie says it's the overpriced games and paid upgrades. The original Switch felt like a bargain. The Switch 2 does not. Jean-Claude Van Damme says this was at my Sam's, but the price online is still $500. Oni Dog says, what's going on? We're constantly bombarded with the Switch 2's incredible sales numbers, but they're clearing them out for $125 off in February. Clearance, not even a year in. Well, no wonder it's the fastest selling console. Any console can be when you put it on clearance. Not even a year in. Yeah. And here I thought I was doing something special using that gift card loophole during the holidays to get a Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle at a discount. How is it the Switch 2 is constantly being discounted despite supposedly selling even better than Switch 1 within its first year? That's the question, right? And we talked about this before, that console sales were not good during the holidays. I think they overproduced the consoles. And we have the president of Nintendo coming out and saying that the Switch 2 sales were weak in the US compared to Japan. I guess Japan's doing really well. But they said that, Nintendo president says Switch 2 sales were slightly weaker than expected outside of Japan. Domestic hardware sales volume exceeded our expectations. And Nintendo stock is taking a beating because investors aren't really seeing where the profit's going to come from, because there aren't any must-have killer apps coming out for the Switch 2 in the near future, maybe in a couple of years. But Furukawa said sales in Japan exceeded our expectations, but Western hardware sales for the Switch 2 were slightly weaker than our expectations, and now it's on clearance already. So,